A fine Sunday here in the City of Angels, Dodger Stadium in Los Angeles. Today it's the third and final game in this three-game John Machado will stride in now, back in the lineup after being limited to pinch hit duties in yesterday's ball game. Grounded to third. Turner's got it. Hendrick over to Gonzalez, and they get the double play they needed to get him. Trace Thompson will come forward now, back in the lineup here after getting yesterday afternoon off. Price pauses. 1-1 pitch on its way. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Machado is there, and he puts it away as they're able to. John Machado digs in with his team still looking at a 0 in the hit column.
Yeah, they just haven't been able to figure it out yet, but it's still early. We're seeing some.
There's a swing and a drive, and everybody's just going to sit back and watch that one fly. A no-doubt home run. So it's a solo shot to dead center. So he just continues to club the baseball at an alarming rate. And the Red Sox are on the board. It's now 2-1. Corey Seager steps in with 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning.
Yeah, it's been a pretty good inning here so far. So we'll see if they can scratch another run across right here.
This one's flared out toward left. In there, a base hit.
All right.
John Machado will stand in as he'll lead things off for the Red Sox in their half of the sixth.
You know, guys, I love a guy like this leading off an inning for you.
Meanwhile here, this ball's given a pretty good ride out to deep left field, and that is going to clear the wall. A home run. A solo shot here to left, his second of the game, as they take the lead 4-3.
That pitcher's got to be thinking, how can I throw a pitch like that in this situation? That thing was so...
John Machado gets a shot now with 2 men on and 2 away here in inning number 7.
And we'll see here if he can come through. It can be discouraging to see opportunities like this late in a ball game go untapped.
One time, here we go.
Hey, you can do it. No one better. Let's go.
Come on, right here, one time. Here we go.
Come on, let it fly right here. Hey, one time, right now.
Like you can, come on.
Yasiel Puig steps into the box as the leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the 7th.
Well, this has been a great game so far, and they're only down by 1. So getting this leadoff guy on would be huge for them.
Oh, and he misses it. Around first, on his way to second now. Justin Turner will stand in, and they've been able to hold him in check so far. 0 for 3 to this point.
Yeah, it's kind of surprising that he's been a non-factor in this one. Usually a major force in their offense.
Pulls this one in the air out to left. Machado on the move. 1 out. And fellas, as always, a few guys we could have chosen from, but out of everybody, that's the man who stands out in my book. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, you see a couple of hits for him in the ball game. This one was tight throughout, but
Nighttime skies above over the home of the Twins, Target Field in downtown Minneapolis. Tonight, the opener of a 3-game series. John Machado will dig in here, and they'll likely pitch carefully to him as he's coming off that 2-home run contest just 24 hours ago.
Well, you know, he's been averaging at least an RBI per game over his last 10, so yesterday's performance shouldn't have come as any big surprise to anybody.
Buxton is to his left as he puts it away in the alley for the first out of the inning. And he'll move up to third now. Runners at the corners here. John Machado will get a shot here in a bases-loaded situation, and you'd have to say they've got the right man for the job up here.
Yeah, team leader in RBIs. He's got a shot to push that lead out even further if he can come through here.
Buxton going back on it. Gone! It's a grand slam. So he promptly unloads the bases with that one. A huge home run for him as he now stands alone in the all-time record books as the Red Sox break on top now 5-0.
Well, this was just a no-win situation to begin with. This is the absolute wrong guy you want to face with the bases loaded. It's no fun facing him with the bases empty. He unloads on this one.
Byron Buxton will come forward now to start the inning, and with his guys down 6 in the early going, they're going to need to put something together here or risk being blown out.
Yeah, and I think the big thing here is you've got to come up with something, even if it's just one run. You got to let those guys over there know that you.
John Machado is ready here as we begin the top of the 4th.
You know, guys, I love a guy like this leading off an inning for you. He makes good contact and he can run.
Into the seats, 0-1.
One time, right now, kid. Here we go.
Nolasco gets his sign. Here's the 0-1. High in the air, carrying well out to deep center. Buxton is under it. Makes the play, 1 away. John Machado will stand in again, but before he does, let's take you back to the 2nd inning of the ballgame. Maybe the key blow so far, a grand slam that really got things started for him. Buxton racing back. He's there and records the first out. John Machado steps in and perhaps looking to drive another one out of the park just like he did in the 2nd. First delivery to him on the way. Stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases.
Take a turn. Look, look, look.
The relay. And he will make it back to 2nd and be content with holding on there. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Hanley Ramirez. He's 1 for 4 for the game. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Time, but it's 2-2.
And when he's down 0-2, he's smart enough to know guys are going to try and get him to chase. So now at 2-2, he's got himself back to a spot where he doesn't.
By Mauer, and that's out number.
Hey, you can
Dustin
do it. Go on,
Pedroia
Dave. Let's go.
steps in. He was able to reach base thanks to an error in his last at-bat. Pitch swung and hit in the air. Nunez giving chase. Quite a lot of. There he is. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, he came through with a couple of hits, but more importantly, that big home run, which really led his guys to this victory.
For the victorious Boston Red Sox.
Both teams getting their final warm-ups in as we welcome you back to the MLB pregame show. First pitch of Game 2 in our series is right around the corner. But before we turn that corner, here is our Topps player spotlight. John Machado is in that spotlight as he enters this one having carried his team offensively last time out. He drove in a bunch of runs and really looked dialed in with runners in scoring position. Tuesday night baseball now from the home of the Twins, Target Field in Minneapolis. Tonight, the 2nd of 3 to start. John Machado will stride in now. 2 hits for him, including a home run in last night's contest.
And he's been hitting the ball out of the yard, too. A whole bunch of home runs in his last 10 games. And yesterday was a good one, too.
Come on, big dog. You can pitch. Nobody better.
He's set. Here's the 0-1.
Come on, big guy.
Hit hard to short. And that's through for a hit. Hanley Ramirez will dig in, and this season certainly hasn't been all that kind to him as he enters play with the average down in the 230s.
And, you know, he's coming into this one licking his wounds a little bit.
Here you go,
his average on the season is still good, but he's really scuffled over the last month or so.
Dustin Pedroia will get his first shot at it here. 1 for 4 with a double in the ball game last night.
Well, guys, one good game does not a season make. He's been hitting under 250 over his last 10.
This ball gets down. Let's see if they try to score. And he is in there. The run scores from second. It's a 2-0 ball game. John Machado strides in after getting a base hit and later scoring the first time around.
The batter, number 3.
Sends that one out of play for strike 1.
Machado.
Get your pitch up there. Let's go, baby.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1.
Let her rip.
Fly ball out toward left center field. Garcia has it in his tracks. 1 out. John Machado will dig in now. A single and a fly out for him in 2 trips thus far.
And, you know, I think he's had a good approach in each of his first 2 at-bats. He seems to be seeing the ball well and putting some decent swings on it.
Santana looking up, and this one is gone. A home run.
The batter, number 3.
John Machado stands in, coming off a solo homer in his previous trip.
Well, that was a fastball that he hit then, so we'll see if they go after him with hard stuff again.
And this is turning ugly now as this ball's down for extra bases. Around third and being waved on home. And not in time as the second run scores. Hanley Ramirez digs in now with 2 already home and a potential third waiting in the wings only 90 feet away. Nolasco comes set. Here's the 1-2. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone. Stepping in, Dustin Pedroia. He flew out in his last at-bat.
And I'm sure he'd like a base hit right now here of any sort. But, hey, another fly ball wouldn't be all that bad because he should be able to drive in a run with a sacrifice fly.
There is Dozier. Throw to first is in time, but meanwhile, the runner is in to score. John Machado will stride in again, and before he takes his cuts here, let's flash you back to the 3rd inning. This was just a solo shot, but it definitely helped get this offense going. Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble. And they've really got something going here. Runners at second and third to start the inning. And he'll scramble back to the bag and be there safely. Into the box now, Hanley Ramirez. Already 2 for 2. He'll look to add on right here.
Get yours.
Hot shot on the ground is short. Backhanded.
Take a turn. Look.
And this will be an RBI as the run comes in to score from third. And the runner stuck in a pickle between third base and home. A tag, and he's out at the plate. A double. Striding in and working on a terrific performance in this one, John Machado. And we'll see if he can put together a rare 5-hit performance here. Tap down the line. Oh, and he can't pick it up cleanly. And the recovery's too late as he's able to beat the throw to first. Hanley Ramirez steps in looking for his 3rd hit of the ball game.
Well, anytime you can put together a 3-hit game, you're doing something right out there, and we'll see if he can pull it off.
On the ground to third. On to first, and there were 2 down. A block at the plate, and he's out trying to score. It's a double play, and the inning is over. So a good offensive showing for these guys, but if we had to pick one player that stood out, that's our man right there. He's our tops player of the game.
Yeah, this game wasn't exactly a pitcher's duel, but take a look at all the RBIs. He was an absolute menace with runners in scoring position.
And 11 runners left.
So that'll just about do it. For Eric Karros, Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com. The Red Sox win it 18-3.
Record is now 11-2.
Back here on the MLB pregame show, Matt Vasgersian getting you set for the finale of this three-game set. That'll come your way in mere moments, but first we'll take a look at the Topps Player Spotlight. John Machado is in the glow, and he's coming off a very nice game in which he racked up 4 hits and just looked dialed in at the plate.
Yeah, anytime you...
Again in this one.
All right, the guys and I will be back.
Not him.
The Warehouse District in Target Field here in downtown Minneapolis.
Hey,
today the
Michael,
third and
I'm gonna
final
wait
game
you
in this
now.
three-game.
Alright, that's fine.
John Machado will stand in fresh off a 4-hit ball game a night ago.
Well, you look at the average on the season, guys, and he's not sneaky.
Hang on, this is hit deep into right center. This looks to have enough, and it does. A home run. Byron Buxton will stand.
Light him up.
Pulls this one in the air out to left. Moving under it, Machado. And he makes the catch for the second out. Ready now, John Machado. As the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
Well, he's batting lefty right now.
Light him
Doesn't
up.
matter. He can hit from either side.
Light him up.
Suzuki waits on it.
You hear that, Michael? Light him
Makes the
up.
play, and that'll end the inning. John Machado will step in now with 3 home in the
Cover my
inning and
center.
another 2 men out there on base.
I don't feel like game
This
fully.
inning's really starting to unravel quickly from a defensive
Gotta be
point
done
of
with
view.
half the guards.
This is where you need a nice pop-up in a big way.
They'll cash in here as the
What's
runners
your
in
rep?
to
It's
score
you get
from
60.
third.
All-star
Thrower
4.
won't get him.
What is it, 3?
2.
Hanley Ramirez
Two.
will dig in
I'm
for the
almost
third
legend,
time
too.
now. He struck out and bounced.